Welcome, guys. So we're here with a very special guest. I'm going to let Henry introduce him.
I would like you to introduce yourself.
Sure. So yeah, thanks for having me here, everyone. So my name is Daniel.
Daniel, how are you, Daniel? All right.
Great to meet you, Henry. My name is Daniel Figueroa. I am the founder of the platform Agora Square, which is a social platform that creates incentives for discussions and debates to happen. So that's what brings us here today. We'd love to kind of get into it and talk a little bit about what we have going and hear how we could
Tell us more. We'd love to hear more.
Sure. So we currently are on the Polygon blockchain. Anyone who has a Polygon wallet could go on our platform, basically create a crowdfunding campaign to see their favorite thought leaders, influencers, experts, have discussions on various topics. It could be for general knowledge discovery. It could be for deliberation within a DAO on a controversial proposal, or anything revolving around community needs or community discussions. So those are really the targets that we're trying to focus on right now.
So tell us about the plot. Give us a little bit. Give us some little dirt. We want dirt. We want to know everything.
Okay, sure. So the platform is going to be powered by a DAO that essentially chooses which discussions to boost and to facilitate. So essentially the way it works is users and DAO members of the platform will be able to essentially vote on which discussions they would like to see the DAO boost. So let's say a discourse has some amount of funding in Matic that was raised by the community. Essentially they'd be able to leverage the DAO to essentially choose specific discussions that the community would like to see elevated.
So in a way, it's like crowdfunding, but not like funding, right? It's like discussions, what is fueling people's interest.
Exactly, 100%. And the whole point is to, we definitely want individuals to have the freedom to create what sort of discussions they would like to see happen in their communities to fund them. But we definitely, like you said with the DAO, we're really trying to create a mechanism that really elevates the in-demand discussions that people would really like to see.
So what you say is a social media Web3 app in a way?
Sure, especially in the long-term vision of the platform, we definitely want to have a real social media-like feel. In fact, we are iterating this quarter to include user profiles, group profiles, so there would actually almost be a sort of DAO social media platform, which will be accessible very soon.
What's your business model as a company? What is your business model?
Sure. So there's several streams. So primarily it would be from fees from the discourses. So the platform will take a percentage of the funds that are raised for each discussion. Also, we plan on creating advertisement campaigns for each discussion, so curated for each discussion. So each discussion and speaker will be able to also give spots to advertisers in their discussion. So that's another. And also we will be having a couple of interesting token features. So one of them will be popular instances of debates, discussions will be made into gifts and NFTs that are sold on our marketplace.
Cool.
Which will go to our treasury.
So we have this Advent wallet coming out, an Advent token. Maybe it would be cool to see how we can fuel the discussion in the Advent community to transition to wallets and so forth. How do you like Polygon? It's a good blockchain, right?
Yeah. So we currently are on Polygon. That's the main chain we're on. And I was going to ask, aren't you guys on Avalanche?
Avalanche,
yeah.
That's one of the blockchains. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah, we actually do have plans actually to extend the Discourse pools feature, which is the first major feature of our platform, onto the Avalanche blockchain very soon. Actually.
Beautiful.
So yeah, we recently did integration with Chainlink. We use Chainlink automations to help trigger events on the blockchain to essentially have proof of patron NFTs. So people who contribute to these discussions will be able to have a proof of their NFT. So currently that feature will be on Polygon, but we are also be extending that, most likely that same feature also onto the Avalanche blockchain this quarter.
But so who's your perfect customer?
Perfect customer, yeah. There's a few different categories, demographics that we're trying to tackle. One we'll address. One is a DAO member. A DAO member who has issues with a pending proposal. Multiple members in the community that have issues with the proposal. Maybe it's a controversial proposal and people are not quite sure how to go about it. They can use this tool to deliberate. To use it for a deliberation tool to get experts and other people, even from other communities, to give advice. So that's one. Also, we really want to focus on student academic clubs and initiatives. Academic seminars, student workshops, all these sort of things are things that we're really trying to focus on. But also, general discovery, knowledge discovery. So we want, people on our platform who, are, followers of, major influencers on YouTube, on Twitch, and all these different platforms to make proposals on campaigns to see thought leaders and other influencers to engage in a discourse that people want to see happen.
How do you see businesses, for example, interacting with this technology? For example, we're very we have a B2B solution or at the Galaxy called the Advent Expo, and we want to have this virtual expo where any business can interact with their audience or new customers using that technology. How do you see that in general?
Sure.
In the metaverse as well, right?
Yeah, that's a great question. So, primarily we are definitely, for most of our features, we are B2C, but we are also going to be optimizing this feature to essentially create campaigns to get speakers for conferences. So that's a perfect instance. You mentioned you guys said that you guys are doing a conference on the metaverse. That could be a perfect use case and initial testing of this feature. Yeah, merge, exactly. One of the things we want to really push is attendees of conferences. Hey, these are the speakers I want to see talk about this particular topic that's trending in the industry. So we really see this as a way for communities to communicate to things like the conferences, academic seminars, all these different traditional speaking engagements, to utilize this tool to really engage with their communities.
I think it's very interesting that we're talking about here, let's say, a new social media solution in a way. And there's like a lot going on in the social media industry, particularly with Mr. Elon Musk taking over Twitter, Meta having to refocus or maybe shift their strategy. How do you see, let's say, Web 2 and Web 3 kind of converging, or how do you see your product interacting with existing social media solutions?
Yeah. So currently we have we're pretty heavily integrated in Twitter. So the way the platform works to suggest speakers, you essentially put someone's Twitter handle, and essentially it's put on the proposal on chain. And we also have as mentioned, we have Twitter integration where each discourse pool campaign that's initiated essentially tweets, tags the handle, the Twitter handle of the suggested speaker, and notifies them that the discourse has been engaged, the crowdfunding campaign has been launched, so they could share it to their audience. Their audience share it across communities to get people to contribute to make the see the discussion really take place.
That's amazing.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Yeah. So we have quite
5, 10?
Yeah, we have quite an ambitious roadmap. We really want to really have a real big impact on how we engage in discourse, even civil discourse on things that are that are breeding conflict in our world. So we really want to have a solution where people could go and create an environment where people could go and really see the discussions that need to be happening. So, we really even want to even get to the point where our platform is even matching different discussions to happen before even someone even mentions it or even proposes it. We're really trying to create a holistic platform that also is really community centric and is a tool that communities can use to essentially have better knowledge and better praxis in their own day-to-day activities. To summarize, we really see ourselves as being a scalable solution that is accessible to people and is solving real problems.
So let's just say that as an example. Advent Galaxy would like to use your platform for social media services. Mm-hmm. Give me how would it work?
Yeah, sure. I guess there's two things that come to mind. One, I know you've mentioned that you are beginning a conference series. So we could definitely utilize our technology.
Expo.
Utilize our technology to facilitate some of these events.
Mm-hmm.
We also, as mentioned before, we're going to be introducing a more social, profiles on the platform. So organizations like Advent will be able to create profiles in our platform that also have a lot of on-chain interactions. So we're going to be integrating Lens Protocol, which is basically a social graph that allows applications to inherent features from traditional social media platforms. So things like comments, posts, all these things are possible through this protocol, and even to the point where these profiles can even have their own governance. So this means that profiles organizations like Advent will actually be able to have governance on our platform for different proposals that are suggested by their community, really kind of bridging the community and their needs to the organizations that are partnered with us.
Excellent. Well, Daniel, it's been a pleasure. By the way, our Twitter handle @Galaxy Miami is up and is connected to the system right now. So this should have triggered a conversation. So we look forward to more conversations here at Advent Galaxy. Thank you very much, Daniel.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure talking to you.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.